Hi, my name's Landon Christensen, and I'm supposed to give a report here on Elliot Eisner. As I was doing this report, I found out a lot of interesting things about the man, on his accomplishments, and since we're talking about educational giants, I've been able to study, the great things that he's been able to accomplish. So I'm gonna start this off with asking a few questions. Go here. All right. Is there a difference between a regular educator and an educational giant? So that's one of the questions we'll go through, is what's the difference between somebody who teaches and goes through the motions and also someone who's an educational giant. The next question will be, what qualities does an educational giant have? So we'll go through their qualities. And was Elliot Eisner an educational giant? I of course would say yes, but I'll let you go through this and listen to this presentation and let you determine that for yourself. Alright, so to start off, we'll go through his biography. So Elliot Eisner, he grew up in the west side of Chicago, and from a very early age he had an interest in art, and he really had a gift for it. And in fact, his mother even wanted him to grow up to be a commercial artist. But thankfully for us, he chose to stick with his education, and he was able to accomplish many great things. So the 3 degrees that he received were all in art education, and they were through his bachelor's, his master's, and his PhD. And during this time, he was able to work with his community and those people that he was able to work with. One group was with African American boys that, especially those with low incomes, that he helped uplift them, and he was with an association called the Association of Commonwealth for Young Boys, and that was something that he was able to be a part of. In fact, it even shows a great part of his character, that he was reaching out to people, these other people that people were passing by. He also wrote 5 books after he received his PhD, and this was while he was in the faculty of Stanford University. Alright, now let's talk about his contributions here. Alright, Elliot Eisner thought that art didn't play a big enough role in our education system. So as he was looking at how teachers taught classes, he could just see that many of their students weren't very well-rounded. They didn't have a basic side of the humanities, I guess you could say. He uses a few different definitions for things that could be incorporated into schools. The first one is artistry, which under definition, it's artistic workmanship, effect, or quality. So he wanted them, of course, to engage in art, but I'm sure as many people who have studied art know that goes beyond painting and sculpting. It has a much more to do with inward motives, self-discovery, things like that. He also talked about the next ID term here. It's conership, and that's to embrace character and import and value. So what he wanted them to do is to realize, themselves, and realize what they can discover while studying art. Alright, and then the third ID term is criticism, and normally we'll think of criticism as somebody being critical or too judgmental, but his definition was enabling us to see the qualities of something, see the beauty of the world that's around us. Alright, so let me go over this next slide here. Alright, the effects of his contribution was definitely great. He became an advocate for looking beyond technical modes of thinking, so instead of just looking at it in general terms, he looked at it in artistic terms and helped others to do so as well. His main objective was to change the school system from an academic institution to an intellectual one. So that's under the same concept there, to overcome the technical things. And then he accomplished these and many other goals, as throughout his educational career. So, in conclusion, he's changed thinking in many different ways, and he's been able to accomplish very much in his career. And to agree or disagree with his methods, he's an educational giant among all of us.